Hi everyone, welcome to another video with 3 Guys English. I'm Simon and I'm here to help you with your English journey. And in this video today, we're going to be looking at polite language. In English, being polite really depends on who you're speaking to. If you're talking to your friend, you could say, "Give me that." However, if you're talking to someone that you don't know or your boss or a teacher and you say, "Give me that," it would seem very direct and a little bit rude. So in this situation, saying, "Would you mind giving me that?" or "If you don't mind, could I have that?" would be a lot more appropriate. The kind of polite language you use in English depends on 2 things. The first is who you're speaking to. Is it a friend, or is it a manager, a teacher, or someone that you don't know? The second depends on what the request actually is. You might be speaking to a really good friend, but the request is really big, like you want to borrow their car or a large sum of money. In this sense, you have to really change the language that you're using. Let's begin by using some casual and common everyday polite phrases that you can use in many different situations. Here's a few examples. Can I borrow a pen? Could you help me with something? Here's a little grammar point for these phrases. When we do use them, we use the base form of the verb. So there'll be no ing and no ed. Can and could are really common, and you're going to hear these in so many different situations. But these phrases are definitely worth practicing, and you're going to use these a lot. Let's step up the politeness level a little bit with a few phrases you can use when you want to make slightly bigger requests. The first one is, "Would you be able to?" And here are a few examples. Would you be able to lend me some money? Would I be able to leave class early? Again, in these examples, we use the base form of the verb, so there's no ing and there's no ed. Let's look at the next phrase, and this is one that I use a lot myself when I'm speaking and making requests. And this is, "Would it be okay if I?" Here are a few examples. Would it be okay if you lent me some money? Would it be okay if I used your phone? You'll notice that in these examples, the past tense is used. So that's something that you really have to be careful with. Let's look at a few more examples so you understand the structure of the request. Would it be okay if I sat here? Would it be okay if I moved this chair? Let's increase the politeness level a little bit more, shall we? And if you're doing this, it means what you are asking for is a little bit more. The first one is, "Would you mind?" And it's a great one that you're going to use time and time again. For example, "Would you mind working late?" Or "Would you mind finishing the work by 7 p.m.? You will see that in these examples, the continuous ing tense is used. Also, this request is only made when making requests to other people. When you want to put the focus on yourself, we use, "Would you mind if I?" For instance, "Would you mind if I met you a little later? Would you mind if I didn't go out tonight? Would you mind if I rescheduled the appointment?" In these examples, as you can see, we are using the past tense. Also, we're starting to sound more formal. So you may often use these in a conversation. You can also use these in writing. So if you're writing a business email or a formal business exchange via email. Let's turn the politeness level right to the top, shall we? And here it is. "If you don't mind, I was wondering if it would be possible to." Yes, I know that's a mouthful, but if you've really got a very big request that you have to make, this is probably the phrase that you have to use. And because it's used for big requests, it would sound strange if you made it for something small. For example, "If you don't mind, I was wondering if it would be possible to use your pen." To use a phrase that's so formal for such a small request, it would seem a little bit strange. However, for something more important, it would be perfect, such as, "If you don't mind, I was wondering if it would be possible to reschedule the interview to a different time." Or, "I'm sorry, it's 2 a.m. in the morning and my car broke down. If you don't mind, I was wondering if it would be possible for you to come and pick me up." At the end of the day, it will be up to you to decide how casual or formal the request is and what phrase you need to use for the person that you are speaking to. Still, I always think it's good to be polite no matter who you are speaking to and no matter what the request is. If you are polite, people are much more likely to help you than if you're rude and direct. So, wherever possible, be polite. Okay, I hope you found this video useful today. If it's okay, would you mind telling me your favorite polite phrase? Because I would love to hear which one you like the most. Thanks again for watching, and see you all next time. As always, if you have any questions or any comments, please let us know down below. Thanks, and see you next time.